Today we are in Shelby Township, Michigan at the one and only Hilltop Bar. Come on with us inside and see if this burger can satisfy our discerning palates. Go between the buns with the numbers guys. So this is the storied Hilltop Bar.
Storied.
Macomb County institution. Since it's opened its doors, heck, I think it might have been before they had doors. 1927.
Seriously?
In 2027, they're going to have their 100th year
Really?
celebration.
I thought you transposed the number there or something.
No, Darko, I think he might have something up his sleeve. He didn't really want to elaborate too much about that.
He's got some time.
Yeah. But isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Is that what it says outside?
This must have been all
No,
farmland out here.
Or is that the
Yeah,
building?
Right? There could have been anything.
It's interesting you say that. Well, it's interesting because Darko was texting me about this because I was kind of curious when they said it was 100 years, and then
Wow.
he started talking about it was during Prohibition, and the name came because when they opened the bar was on a hill,
Go figure.
and
Wow.
Still kind of set by hill.
but behind the bar was a cornfield in the woods. And they were hunting in the woods, and then they would come to the bar for cocktails.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But before they could have a drink, they had to put the guns on the shelf, and the bartender would lock them up. And they couldn't come back and get them until the next day.
No, 50 years
Safety
earlier,
first. That's what I say.
everybody would have had guns a-blazing in the bar.
Possibly, yeah. Farmers from the north would go to the market in Utica, and they would stop on their way back at the Hilltop for a cocktail before they went home.
Well, we'll say just like in the Prohibition times, still cash only here at the Hilltop. So make sure,
Yeah, legacy
Pick up.
state. Yeah.
and I hope you do, because we've had these burgers before, and I think they're going to be pretty good. There's an ATM right back over there. So if you need to get
Right
cash
here.
out, you sure can.
Yeah.
I gotta say that this place, even the first time I came here, has changed quite a bit. I mean, this used to be kind of like the hole in the wall to a T. Now it's a lot nicer looking.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been here before the remodel job. But,
So you only know it through the pictures.
yeah, I mean, it's a little dark in here, but the wood paneling is pretty cool. Nice touch. I think it adds a nice look to it. A little cozy, feeling to it. But yeah, and our office was right down the street for a while. 15 hours, but I never made it up over here. So.
Well, they totally remodeled this, right?
Totally. During COVID, they had a little downtime
Okay.
and took it down to the bones.
Really?
And redid this whole thing, raised the roof. I wish I had been in here prior because I'm curious if all the wood was original. I do know that the bar was.
I don't think so.
The bar and the coolers are all original.
So kitchen's relatively new.
Kitchen, they did not have I think they had the license, but they just added the full kitchen about a year ago.
Must have been part of the redesign, though, right? The thought that they're going to add the kitchen.
Yeah, they did that all in 2020, and the kitchen opened in 2024.
Is that when they remodeled? 2020?
Yeah, during COVID.
Now, Rich, as the CPA of the group, we should ask you every time we go to a place, we need a count of the available burgers on the menu and also a range in price. So like an audited burger count. Now I know they took the menu.
They took the menus away, but I believe there were five burgers starting at about $8.95.
There you go, man. Yeah, we appreciate that.
Okay.
$8.95 to $12.95.
That's a good rate. So even if you had to hit the ATM for $3.50 for 100, you're still getting a good value.
You're going to be paying more in ATM fees.
No cheese for you, right, Tony?
No cheese, so that makes up my ATM fee.
Cheese
Oh, there you go,
Cheese
yeah.
is 50 cents. I believe bacon was $1. So if you want it with the works,
Yeah, really. So
Still
it'd be
competitive.
$8.95.
Pretty competitive.
Yeah, what a deal. What a deal.
But are they any good is the question.
That's always the big question. Is
Yeah.
are we getting value for that money? Is it the taste?
Let's get our order in. We'll find out.
Okay.
All right. Hit me.
I'm gonna do a pub burger.
How do you want it cooked?
Medium, please.
Everything on it?
Yeah.
You want onion too?
Yes. And I'll do American cheese.
Already.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll have the pub burger, no setup.
Oh yeah, mine is garden.
Yeah. American cheese.
Same thing my 11-year-old gets.
Me too, though.
Do you don't eat the veggies?
No, I think it tastes weird on a burger.
Oh,
Okay, that's fair.
pub burger, medium well, normal with no cheese though.
You want onion?
Yes, please.
How did I get mine to cook?
I don't know.
You-
I was just about to ask you.
Medium, I guess.
You got medium well last time.
Let's go medium. He's getting it medium well. What are you getting at?
Medium.
Medium? Rich, how are you getting it?
I think I
Rare.
got
Well-
medium last time. I'll do it again. I'll do a pub burger. What kind of cheeses do you have?
American and Swiss,
American's fine. Everything on it.
including onion.
Yep.
Already.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, to me, this if you're gonna run a dank bar, you should have some pull tabs here. I mean, it just goes hand in hand, doesn't it?
Incidentally, Darko, I think they used to have pull tabs and he got rid of it. Which I-
Yeah, but isn't
Keno too.
it usually
I like
both or
Keno.
none? Like,
Yeah.
I really go to
No,
a bar
not
where
really.
it's just Keno and no pull tabs. It's usually a combo.
No, I see pull tabs a lot at VFW halls.
Yes.
Like, and one-eyed jacks.
But I
It's-
really see one or the other without the both.
I think it's one of the best things he's done to date. Is
Why? I
get rid
like
of the-
Keno. When I'm drinking, I like throw
It brings in sort of a certain type of crowd.
What type of crowd is that, Daryl?
Yeah, my type. Is that what?
I like playing Keno too.
So do I. My whole family comes from a long line of Keno players.
Well, to each their own. There's only room for one tones at the bar.
That's true.
You know the thing about Keno dubs is it's cash only.
That too.
So you hit the ATM, cover all your bases on one ATM.
All right, so the bun, airy, lightly toasted, buttery, like that, looking pretty good. Produce is very fresh. Pickles, onions. Burger is cooked. Maybe it's a touch over, but not too bad. Was that one piece of cheese or two pieces of cheese? One?
Let's say one.
One? Covered the whole thing. Burger to bun ratio is pretty good. Yeah. You got some schmegma on your face.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead. I think it's probably somewhere between medium and medium well,
Yeah.
which I mean to me, it's about all you can ask for is something close. Burgers are a little harder than steaks,
Sure.
my opinion. The meat's seasoned nicely. It's they definitely got some. I know he's got some secret ingredients he puts in there. He's also got the dust, which he coats with the fries.
Yeah, no complaints here. It's burger's very juicy, which I like. The bun is tasty, really tasty. The only complaint I would have is sometimes it doesn't seem to hold. Now it might work better when you don't have a bunch of veggies in there and stuff. But holding all the extra toppings can get it's because it's light and airy. I think it's not holding all the toppings in there.
Yeah, I agree with
Small
Rich.
complaint though.
Buns, good flavor. Just because it's a little softer, it doesn't provide a lot of support because the burger's pretty thick there, and if you're getting all the toppings like Rich and I did, it's a lot to hold together there. DW's looks like it's holding a little better without the veggies on there. So
I don't get any of the fixins, so.
good extra pickle in there. That like they all mentioned, the veggies were nice, crisp, fresh. I like the fries, very crispy, nice little flavor to them, not too salty. I'm not a big fan of heavy salt. This is pretty good. It's a nice side item to go along with this burger, but very flavorful, juicy. Mine's probably cooked right on target, medium well. So I think they got mine spot on. So
Well, I think I've tasted enough. You guys satisfied?
I think I know what we have to do.
Yeah. Let's go back to the studio and give this thing a rating.
throw some numbers on it.
All right.
All right. And we're back in Studio AB. And now would be a great time, by the way, to actually pause for a second just to remind you that if you find anything that we're doing interesting, fun, maybe even helpful, especially if you live in Metro Detroit, obviously, give this video a like. Subscribe to the Numbers Guys on YouTube, or if you prefer audio only, we're available wherever you get your podcasts. And also, if you have a burger spot that we need to check out, and it's in the Metro Detroit area currently, we may expand. You never know, right? Leave it in the comments, because we're always looking for suggestions. And also, as a reminder, if you want to see these reviews close to a week before the actual video drops, check out our live show. Some folks are watching it right now. And this show is BS with the Numbers Guys every Thursday night on YouTube. And finally, I have one last thing to say. You can have access to our sheet with every burger that we review on the Numbers Guys website, which is www.numbersguys.live. It'll be under burgers. You can hit that. You can see the sheet with each restaurant that we've been to and how we rated their burgers. And before we get into ratings, I wanted to do one quick thing here. Give the Hilltop their fair due. First of all, under 20 minutes, between 15 and 20 minutes for service. So I thought that was pretty good. We didn't mention that.
Yep, no complaints there.
Yep, that was good. Also, service was great. Her name again, Dub?
Aisha.
She was fun. She joked around with us. I like that. I like a waitress that could joke around.
Nice gal.
Yeah, nice gal. Always good service there. And then here is their complete menu. So Rich, he said there was 5 burgers, and I did verify his audited burger count. They got the Hilltopper, which is blue cheese on that one. That sounds good. We all had the pub burger this particular time. They also have the Mediterranean burger, which has some feta and black olives. That's interesting.
That'd be different.
I might give that a whirl
I'd
sometime.
give that a whirl.
Yeah.
The Cowboy burger, which is barbecue sauce, bacon, onion, and then the Shroom burger. The Shroom burger. Yeah. So there you go if you want to go to Hilltop. By the way, the link to their information will be in the description of this video. And let's give out our ratings. Let's see how the Hilltop did. Actually, let me show everybody first our rating system. So there's 100 points possible for each burger that we taste. 20 points is the bun. 20 points is the toppings and accoutrement. I know we talked about this last week, but we'll go again here. 40 points, of course, the most important thing, the patty. That's the heart of the burger. 10 points for build and aesthetics. And then 10 points for overall impression, sides, and value. A score of 90 to 100 is legendary, 80 to 89 excellent, 70 to 79 very good, 60 to 69 good, and 50 to 59 is average. And if you're below 50, you need some help. Boy, I'm first here, I guess. All right, so the bun. I'll talk about the bun real quick. It tasted good. I think we actually talked about this in the video a little bit. Mine was a slightly drier and airier than I would prefer. I like mine a little, I guess, smooshier, for lack of a better word. But it actually held the patty and the toppings good for me. I know you guys sound like you might have had a little bit of an issue with that there, but it came out pretty good for me. Toppings and accoutrements. Not too much to say about this, but that stuff is fresh, man. That is really fresh. And I can certainly appreciate that as a fan of some tomato and onion and lettuce on my burger. The patty, I'm giving that 32 points. My notes here, nice grind, rich beef flavor. It has a rich beef flavor. Now, this is going to sound weird, maybe to D-Dub, but slightly under-seasoned for my taste. But I would rather have it under-seasoned than over-seasoned because it's easy to add some salt and pepper to the mix there. But in general, 32 out of 40 for the patty. The build and aesthetics, my notes on this. Cold produce and hot burger. You know, you can't go wrong with that. Sometimes you get that hot produce. That's not very
They're
good.
coming right off the grill.
The burgers are. Oh, yeah. Straight from
yeah.
the grill to the table.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, not the lettuce.
No.
The lettuce, thank God, not on the grill. And then 9 out of 10 points for overall impression, sides, and value. The fries are great. They're tasty. They were cooked right. And the value, this is really what put it over for me to give it an 81 excellent. 3 points for value. Gosh, for $9.45 is what that burger and fries cost. That is a hell of a good deal.
Now I don't know what it costs for a Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
But
$4.
But gosh, McDonald's costs more than that.
Yeah.
Not
No,
for
for
Coke.
sure. For sure. All right, Dubs. I got you up next year.
The bun, I love the bun. It's from a local source, bakery extraordinaire, Clinton Township, Michigan. Just mere minutes away from the Hilltop. I love it. I know what you're saying, Jimmy, but I don't know. It's one of like 2 or 3 different types of buns, right?
Yeah.
And I think it maximizes what it's doing. There's no sesame seeds. There isn't that smush factor that you're talking about, but I think it's really quality bun. And you're right. I don't eat it with all the toppings that you guys do, so maybe it's less of an issue for me. But it held my burger just right.
Well, now, so being you just had the cheese,
You know,
you have the cheese in 18 out of 20?
it's kind of tough because where do you go with that? I've had better cheese in my day. I've had more cheese. So yeah, I guess throw another a slice on there and maybe you get the full 20.
Yeah, you guys said in the video that it was only one piece. I could have swore that was 2 pieces on that thing.
no.
That was a pretty nice coating of
It was
cheese.
like one
Was
just
it?
full slice to me.
Okay, yeah, could be.
This is now. I don't think there's any owners of establishments out there that would agree with me. But if you get it without no setup, as I call it, the setup being the lettuce, tomato, pickles, all that jazz. If you get it no setup, maybe they should just throw another slice of cheese on there for you.
I would think so.
I
Yeah.
don't blame Darko for that.
No, saving money on tomatoes.
Yeah. What else?
The patty, the most important part. You
Very
rated that high.
well seasoned. If you're somebody in the minority that doesn't care for heavily seasoned burger, then maybe this is not for you. But to me, that's quality. It's juicy, almost to a fault. I mean, the juice is just pouring out of there, which I like. The burger is sort of airy, Jimmy, or pillowy. It's thick. They don't smash it down.
No,
like
no
a
smushing.
smash burger.
It's almost like a meatball in a way, like a what do
A
you
lot
call it?
like a meatball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And it's seasoned like a meatball. It's really got a nice seasoning to it. I can't find a ton of flaws in it. It could be bigger, I suppose,
Yes.
or the bun could be smaller.
Right.
However you want to look at it, but very good. Is that everything?
Building
40, 80,
aesthetics,
90.
and then you got overall impression, sides, and value.
I'm doing
9 out
some
of 10.
math in my head and trying to add them all up here. The overall impression is, again, you can't go to White Castle. You can't go to White Castle for $9.50.
No, you're right.
No.
I'm telling you, the value proposition there for a burger of that quality,
What do you think a
That
sack
size.
of fries costs at White Castle?
that'd be $5-6.
$5-6.
Chicken fries.
And 2 double cheeseburgers.
With Burger King.
And those burgers, you can smash those down. You can smush those, Jimmy.
Yeah, you could smush them all day. Here's your final score.
88.
88. That's a
excellent,
big score.
Thank you.
Tonight is full of big scores for you. That's a big one.
Oh, well,
It's like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure here.
Yeah.
I've had the rest, and I'll try the best.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to Tones. My boy Tones. Here you go for the bun. 13 out of 20.
Flavor was great, as everybody mentioned. A little too soft and fluffy for me for that thick of a patty. I had all the toppings besides the cheese, the veggies, the thickness, and it was just not holding it up together. So if I was just eating that bun separately, great flavor, yummy.
Put some butter on there.
No complaints, yeah. But to hold that thick of a patty, I think you need something a little more smushy to it. So toppings, again, like everybody mentioned, veggies were nice and crisp, cold. You could tell that it was all fresh that day. No issues with that. My kind of toppings, and like I said, no, a good amount too. So
No cheese for the
no
tones.
cheese,
No cheese for
for.
tones.
I'm never cheese on a burger. So patty,
Wow, big square.
again, pretty juicy, seasoned about right. Again, I don't like too much seasoning, too much salt, any of that stuff. That's a negative for me. But I thought it was very juicy for the size. My only negative is I think it's just a little too thick. If they tone the thickness down a little bit, I think it'd be almost perfect. So
Yeah, something I forgot to mention too, which I don't think you guys are a fan of, but bread and butter pickles is what it came with. That's what mine came with, and that's a bonus for me.
the pickles were good.
You like you like
Yeah,
sweet
I
pickles?
was good with that. Everything looked great on, when they served it to you. You could see it opened up, fresh, everything put together very nicely. The fries on the side, fries look very appetizing, all the veggies, So when you look at it, you say, hey, this looks like a quality put together, burger.
Sure.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I think everybody here liked the fries, nice and crispy, and nice seasoning flavored with low sodium. Every place I go to oversalts the fries, and I can't stand it. This was just the right amount.
Just right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall score, Tones.
82,
Boy, oh boy.
just like I was born.
Look at that.
1982.
82.
1982. All right, Richie, you are next, my man. Here you go.
Yeah, bun was fine. Like same. I'm at last to go here, so just repetitive, but tasted good. Just little issues holding everything together. Well, favorite thing on the video. Can I just sidetrack here for a second?
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not a knock on you, Daryl, but like as a man that barbecues basically steak and hamburgers, I found it funny that you found it hard to get it right.
On
Those are like
on
the two
burger?
easiest
Yeah.
things to barbecue.
Yeah.
Steaks and burgers, because you don't really have to cook a steak hardly at all before it's good. I think he maybe meant it's hard to get it medium and medium well to that point, though,
That's
in
what I
pulling
meant.
it off the
Yeah,
burger, right? Because I mean, there's everything else is hard. Like chicken is a lot harder to cook on a steak because to get it juicy, it's almost not possible and things like that. So I just thought that was kind of funny, but.
Yes. Oh, and by the way, I will say, I think I said it on the video too, that mine was just a touch overcooked. So that came off too. Otherwise, it could have been higher in the excellent
Yeah, we all
tier.
said medium well, and they all look the same to me.
They all look pretty
Which
much
is,
the same.
you're cutting hairs there,
Yeah.
so I mean that doesn't surprise me. I mean, you can't return a burger that has a little pink in it. Or
No, I wouldn't return it. But I
I
would
wouldn't
knock some
either,
points
but
off.
other people would.
Yeah, no,
right?
but people are assholes
I know.
for the
That's,
most
some
part.
people are hard to please.
No, I'm pretty
Like
particular,
I
though.
ordered this medium well, and there's no pink in it. Like our burgers didn't have pink. Okay,
No,
I think it
no
was
pink.
just past the medium well, basically level, on our
Yeah.
burgers, and that's fine. It was still juicy.
No, I'm not going to.
It's pulled off,
complain.
but I'm, I think I think cutting out that intermediate level is probably the way to go in a restaurant.
No, see, I'll go one half step in either direction and still
Yeah.
be satisfied with it.
Well,
I
we
wouldn't send it
wouldn't,
back.
But if you're at
to
Morton's,
others, that's
maybe,
like a nice dinner.
Yeah,
Okay, I mean,
Right.
so they're gonna bitch about it more. To us, it's like, yeah, I agree. If I was at Morton's or whatever, Shula, when there was Shula's around
Yeah.
here, you'd care. You're paying so
Sizzler.
much, you want it to be
If
right.
I'm getting a $25 burger, at a steakhouse, yeah,
Sure.
it's got to be.
yeah. It doesn't have to
Exacto.
be you're right, Toad. It doesn't have to be a steak. It could be a burger. If I'm paying that much money for it, I want it cooked correctly. But if I'm paying, $8.45 or
Right.
$9, then hey, I'll give you some
If
leeway
it's in
on
the
the cook.
range, yeah. It's,
Well,
Yeah.
most of us have common sense, so
Right.
big difference in society.
All right, Richie, you're going to go with your toppings.
Yeah, that was the best part of the burger to me. I mean, it was almost like someone ran to Kroger really quick in those 16 minutes, and
I did see somebody at a cook
or maybe
chef's
across the
outfit run out
street
the
at
back.
that little whatever that place is that Rachel
Hot
used
Spot?
to work. No, not that.
No.
We didn't order coffee, but
hot spot.
Now this one surprised me a little bit. A little bit lower on the patty than everybody else here.
yeah, I think that's where, especially me and Daryl's taste buds come apart there. Like I'm not tasting any seasoning in that burger. It's a good burger. I don't have any problem with it, but I taste zero seasoning, and that's just the difference to me. It was juicy, it was good, no complaints. Just saying, I thought I'd prefer a little more flavor profile than that.
Okay. Your build and aesthetics.
Yep, look good, no problem with that. It was kind of cool how they put the toothpick on the side there with your veggies. You can kind of build your own burger how you want it, and they don't just kind of throw it on there, which is nice.
Sure. 8 on overall impression, size,
Yeah,
and value.
I no qualms at all. I think it's consistent with how I view the burger. I thought it was really good. I think I come out in the high 70s here.
And you do. 77. Very good. Very good.
No problem ordering it.
Yes. Now, to get to our composite rating, it's going to be an average of all the rators' scores here. So, our composite rating for the Hilltop Bar in Shelby Township,
83.
Michigan. You did that pretty quick in your head, Rich. You're close.
Oh.
82. Excellent. That's a hell of a big starting number for our very first one. So, congratulations to Hilltop and congratulations to Darko. And next week's location is...
Drum roll, please.
We'll give it out now. That's another benefit of watching the show live. Is you're going to know that we're going to, in fact, here in the next 10 minutes or so, a little place called Robusto's.
Love the name.
Robusto's. Yes, cigar bar. So that's going to be an interesting one. Well known, though, for the burgers. It was in Channel 4. And
We've been there once before.
yeah, I've had them before.
Wow,
I think
it
I don't think
was,
I've had a burger there before.
Solid
Well,
old
you're in-
fashioned.
you're in for a
smoked
treat.
old fashioned.
yeah, you're in for a real treat. So next stop, Robusto's, and we will be doing this again next week.
Each and every week into perpetuity.
You see, I left a lot of zeros before that number 1 for the burger review.
Once
that
we
we're
get to 100,000, though, it's over.
I would
on. Yeah, then
say
we stop.
probably till football season.